Hi, I'm Jenna Glenn, and I'm the mind behind the Mindful Educator. Who is Jenna Glenn? I'm the cameraman, or camera woman. I am the blogger. I'm the editor. I'm all of it. So I'm going to make mistakes, but that's okay because I know that my voice was needed now more than ever with everything that's going on in mental health with educators. So I took that risk and I blew it out there, but the biggest mistake I made was that I didn't let you know who I was, and that's what this video is about. I started teaching when I was probably about 9. My Barbies learned a lot. Interestingly enough, during my summers, I enjoyed playing school with my friends when we weren't in school. I think I've always been a teacher. Bachelor of Science in Special Education with a concentration in emotional disabilities, learning disabilities, and severe and profound disabilities. I later added cognitive disabilities. I have a Master's of Education with a concentration, again, in emotional and behavioral disabilities. I didn't always set out to be in special education. I originally started out as a biology major heading into occupational therapy. But I learned real quick that wasn't for me when I did some candy striping, and I added on a minor for secondary education because I was always greatly inspired by 2 of my high school teachers, Ms. Burris and Mr. Newton. Yeah, that was his real name. During my second year of college, when I was in the minor that I thought was the final destination, I took a special education class as part of my minor. And it was love at first sight. No, it wasn't the professor. The class itself was amazing. So I started taking more and more special education courses and realized that that's where I was meant to be. Suddenly, my GPA went from a 2.87 in my classes to a 4.0. I had found my home. It all made sense. I was good at it, and I was definitely needed. You want to hear my favorite joke? What's the difference between a cat and a comma? One has claws on the end of its paws, and one has a pause at the end of its claws. When I started teaching in 1998, I made a promise to myself. I made a promise that as long as I counted on the fact that I changed one child's life for the better, I had done my job. Since leaving the classroom in 2011 to get into the art of helping teachers be teachers, I have been an instructional specialist, a special education coordinator, and a teacher effectiveness specialist. What is a teacher effectiveness specialist? Well, the easiest way to put it, I am a coach and a mentor to first year and struggling teachers and any teachers that need help in the schools that I serve. There are three things that I do as a teacher effectiveness specialist. 1, I train first year teachers and mentor them and coach them. Is that even a sentence? The next thing that I do is I support and train the mentors that are in the buildings working directly with those first year teachers. And also I develop and present professional development opportunities to educators throughout the district. What has been my hardest job since I entered the field of education? By far, being a special education coordinator. If there are any of you out there, I get it. I'm with you. So if you've read my About Me page, you know my dirty, dirty secrets. Yeah, not secrets anymore. I've come out. I have mental health issues, and I am a highly functioning individual. I'm a dynamic person. I'm not defined by my mental health, and neither are you. Right? I look good. I just started. I'm horrible. Yeah. I used to resist calling myself one, but now that my paintings are in my house all over the place, and in my neighbors' houses and in my friends' houses, I am going to declare in front of the world that I am an artist. With a British mother, I'll tell you this much about me. Got a cup in my hand all the time because a cup of tea makes everything better. Oh, and I wear glasses to read. My greatest aspiration in life is to be a muse. I am an educator, I am a mother, I am a blogger, I am an artist, I am a musician, maybe, we'll see. I am a catalyst for positive change. I am an advocate, staunch advocate for destigmatizing mental health. And I am a mindfulness practitioner. There are a ton of teachers out there looking for ways to improve their teaching practices that are also juggling mental health issues, either long-term going ones or ones that have been established in this quarantine. I've already put myself out there quite a bit, but I'm not done. I know that you guys need genuine authenticity in this discussion that we're going to have, however we have it. So I'd like to invite you to ask me anything. There's a page on my blog that says, Ask Jenna. Fill out the form, send in your question, or you can go to my YouTube channel. The link is on my website as well, and you can ask me questions in the comments. Yeah, I really read the comments. Let's talk about favorites. My favorite author is Neil Gaiman. He's phenomenal. I collect his comics. This one is part of the Sandman series. The art is amazing. I know he doesn't do the art, but he inspires the stories, and the stories are just mind-bending. And my favorite movie, here we have it, Dune. When was this one made? I don't have my glasses on. Hold on a second. Oh no! Okay. This says 1986. Can that be right? Oh my God, that can't be right. I think my glasses are broken. And here is something else I do. I had to put my glasses on so I could see it. I make miniatures. Yes, little shadow boxes and doll houses. This one I made before I actually had my art studio, and it's my miniature art studio. Check it out. How amazing is that? It took me about 3-4 weeks to make it. It's been a while, so I don't remember exactly. But here's the really cool part. I don't know if you'll be able to see it on the camera, but look. The light works! This is one of my 3 co-pilots that help me when I'm writing or doing anything, really. Yes, this is Little Bits. She hates being held, so we're going to put her down. I have 3. Java, Little Bits, and Mia. And Mia is a special needs cat. She's blind. So even at home, I'm caring for the special needs individuals of the world. Let's take a second and get serious. So I'm doing this thing, and it's been really challenging in a lot of ways that I didn't expect. Blogging sounds really easy. It's actually not. Even though I love writing and all of that sort of stuff, and I have a little more time now that I can't leave the house. Thanks, COVID-19. The thing is that you think about it all the time. So I already have the full mind. Now it's full of blogging and video blogging and all that kind of stuff. But I want to talk about for just a second my mission, why I'm here. I'm here to have fun with you. I'm here to educate you on some of the things that I'm an expert in, and I'm here to discover some of the things that you're experts in and learn more about this thing we call mental health. I have addressed mental health as a special educator for a very long time. My first attempt at blogging on that was back in the early 90s when I tried a little page called Laughing with Violent Children. At that point, I was working with high school children that had emotional behavioral disabilities, and I found them to be some of the funniest human beings that I've ever met in my life when they weren't not funny. After doing my first video, I got a lot of really strange feedback, like, hey, did you know your eyebrows are uneven? Yeah, I know. Injury. You know, what am I going to do? I guess I could pluck it and paint one on. Some people are really good at that, but I don't know. As a painter, maybe. I don't know. I might. The biggest focus of what I'm doing now is to create a community of educators and education administrators that no longer consider mental health issues within our own staff and our own peers as something to be shameful or quiet about. If we're having a dialogue about it and destigmatize it, it can create an environment that actually reduces anxiety for everyone, let alone those of us that have the issues that make it really hard for that to happen. I am not a web expert yet, but I'm working on it. So bear with me if you find something quirky about my website. I'm doing my best. Well, I feel like I've gone on about myself long enough, and I kind of want a cup of tea. So I'm going to tell you just one more thing, and then I'm going to cut out of here. And that is, we're all in this together. Stay strong, stay positive, stay mindful. If I've said it once, I've said it a million times, and I'll say it a million more. Self-care is essential.